Hello, I'm back again. It's been a while, and I'd like to read you a few more poems. Here we are in July already, and unfortunately still dealing with the pandemic, but we are in the midst of summer, so I'd like to read a few summer poems. And additionally, all of these poems are written by people of color. So the first poem is by Nikki Giovanni, and it's called Knoxville, Tennessee. I always like the summer best. You can eat fresh corn from Daddy's garden, and okra, and greens, and cabbage, and lots of barbecue, and buttermilk, and homemade ice cream at the church picnic, and listen to gospel music outside at the church homecoming, and go to the mountains with your grandmother, and go barefooted, and be warm all the time, not only when you go to bed. Here's another childhood summer memory. This is a poem by Marcus Johnson called Ode to Kool-Aid. You turn the kitchen tap's metallic stream into tropical drink, extra sugar whirlpooling to the pitcher bottom like gypsum sand. Purplesaurus Rex, Roarin' Crocodile Red, Ice Blue Island Twist, Sharkleberry Fin. On our tongues, each version keeps a section, like tiles on the elemental table. In ninth grade, Sandra employed a jug of black cherry to dye her straightened bangs burgundy. When toddlers swallow you, their top lips mustache in color, as if they've kissed paint. The trendy folks can savor all that imported mango nectar and health market juice. We need factory crafted packets, unpronounceable ingredients, a logo cute enough to hug, a drink unnaturally sweet so that on the porch, as summer sun recedes, Granddad takes out his teeth to make more mouth to admit you. Now here's a poem by former poet laureate Rita Dove. It's called Family Reunion. 30 seconds into the barbecue, my Cleveland cousins have everyone speaking Southern, broadened vowels and dropped consonants, whoops and caws. It's more osmosis than magic, a sliding thrall back to a time when working the tire factories meant entire neighborhoods coming up from Georgia or Tennessee, accents helplessly intact, while their children, inflections flattened to match the field they thought they were playing on, knew without asking when it was safe to roll out a drawl. Just as it's understood, potluck means resurrecting the food we've abandoned along the way for the sake of sleeker thighs. I look over the yard to the porch with its battalions of aunts and wavering ranks of uncles at the grill. Everywhere else, hordes of progeny are swirling, and my cousins yakking on as if they were waist deep in quicksand, but like the books recommend, aren't moving until someone hauls them free. Who are all these children? Who had them, and with whom? Through the general coffee tones, the shamed genetics cut a creamy swath. Cherokee's burnt umber transposed onto generous lips. A glance flares gray above the crushed nose we label anonymous African. It's all here, the beautiful geometry of Mendel's peas and their grim logic. And though we remain clearly divided on the merits of okra, there's still time to demolish the cheese grits and tear into slow-cooked ribs so tender we agree they're worth the extra pound or two our menfolk swear will always bring them home. Pity the poor soul who lives a life without butter. Those pinched knees and tennis shoulders and hatchety smiles. And finally, here is a poem. It's a kind of poem called a haybun, and it's called Summer Haybun, and it's by a poet named Aimee Nezhukumatathil. To everything there is a season of parrots. Instead of feathers, we searched the sky for meteors on our last night. Salamanders use the stars to find their way home. Who knew they could see that far? Fix the tiny beads of their eyes on distant arrangements of lights so as to return to wet and wild nests. Our heads tilt up, and we are careful to never look at each other. You were born on a day of peaches splitting from so much rain and the slick smell of fresh tar and asphalt pushed over a cracked parking lot. You were strong, pushed up from your gums, and this is how I will always remember you when we are covered up again, by the pale mica flecks on your shoulders, some thrown there from your own smile, some from my own teeth. There are not enough jam jars to can this summer sky at night. I want to spread those little meteors on a hunk of still warm bread this winter. Any trace left on the knife will make a kitchen sink like that evening air the cool night before. Star showers, so sticky, so warm, so full of light. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back soon. Bye now.